Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan.
Lenny? Don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Really? Well then, let's hear it! Paimon's dying of curiosity here!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers, but I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Linny? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, Caesar was maligned and hated. Who would suspect for one—
Wait, so you— but why would Lorenzo agree to that?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so caught having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the weasel remained free—
An excellent and—
Is that right? Well, don't let—
As a matter of fact, there's one— Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people?
Of course. If I had to guess, I would say that the left to fend for herself after her parents died young. She'd scrounge waste paper. This was her only source of happiness. Once again, she was betrayed. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to— I detest the happiness of others. I will rob them of
That's some—
Does this story—
Yes, it is quite to my taste.
Huh. That's right! Because without that, none of this—
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't— Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that—
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Well, no need for me to be— The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the weasel to show themselves. Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or...
We remember all our debts. However, 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, but we did not forget.
And? What exact...
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, I think that applies to you too. True. Life took many things.
What are you trying to...
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Back to Lorenzo for it. He knew who you were. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly.
Gather round, one and all. I'm sure you're all wondering.
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom. We have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real...
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone.
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lenny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch.
but what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough.
All right. Well...
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. And logic defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
see that? 1 minute he was falling.
How could he possibly have done?
How mysterious. What a heart-stopping magic show. This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and fun...
Whew. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one where Caesar? Yeah, that's all right, let's go. Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure something had gone horribly wrong.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I thought in those final moments, did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or...
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's...
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him. I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers. I'd watch their tricks and try to figure out how they were done. But I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves.
So that's why you thought...
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, "It's my passion." But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly,
Lenny...
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, after Caesar went on tour, that night, I remembered his smile. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Yeah, cheer up, Lenny. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon, delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this, and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. Life has taken plenty from us. That's why the darkness never consumed me and why it never will. All right.
It was amazing! What?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on!
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's no...
Huh? My goodness, you're...
3?
Now, have another look.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! But more importantly, Paimon has to know how to trick...
Well, if you want to learn magic... Since you asked...
Is that...
look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my... I look forward to seeing...
Alright, shall we head back down too? But let's head to the Steambird's office.
But my sister and I are quite busy today.
I've got some catching up to do. Please, fill me in. Aha!
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Oh, I remember now. Quickfire question. Where did you all go after?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private magic. Actually, glad you mentioned it.
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself.
No, I just...
What now? This is getting pretty up.
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Forgive my persistence, but when there's apparently one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. All right, I guess I'll leave you to...
Lynette?
Don't worry, I wasn't angry.
Oh, really?
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both.
Please, take good care of that rainbow. I'd be really upset if you lost it.
Well, I'm off.
Okay. Looking forward to your good news. That should be everything. I'm not sure why, but... You were great to talk like that. Thanks for that, but I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. Yeah. I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave. Even if I... Huh? What's left? Huh? What is... Isn't a theater just... Wait. You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is. Let me think. Everyone is free to... Hinaya... Mr. Zu... The most important... Ah! Got it! When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways. In other words, it's like a bond. A bond? The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and it also gives Inaya shelter from her family. It has brought us together after taking care of every single one of us. And it's in the future, many more people will come to the theater and receive its blessing. And we'll all be there for them. Our warm, welcoming community will show them the same kindness we were shown in the past. Aside from the delivery of performances, Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely felt that warmth during the preparations for the event. But Paimon doesn't... Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is, they'll have to go on the defensive if pressed on a weak... I feel like that's another prong in our... Paimon also...
Sorry for the wait. Things went a lot... Why are you all smiling so much?
We realized that your dad might not be as... We just finished our prep. We have to win. No, we will win, Inaya. In the blink of an eye, it's already debate time! We did a lot of preparations with Nilou.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Safwan, a scholar from the Academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator. I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings nor demonstrate bias. I ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness to this duel of wits.
Since you so desperately demand an explanation, I will expound on the Academia's stance. You may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is prejudiced against you. However, the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be afforded opportunities to grow and cultivate their wisdom. Therefore, the works they consume, we have failed to identify. In other words, Zubair Theater would not be today.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the... Can Nilou stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilou. He said that we were shut down. Inaya, the theater... Don't think that would... Don't think that... Everyone is...
In your eyes, our shows can't meet the Academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the Academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers, as dance holds performers to a...
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance.
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me.
You tell them, Nilou.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party holding the burden of proof, Sharif has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that Nilou put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor. Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise...
Keep it up, Nilou! You're...
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete. This course of action is also complete. However,
procedural stuff. Inaya, I need to rethink. The theater. I need to rethink.
Art must.
The most important. I need to rethink.
Art must.
Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Everything is perfectly filled out and valid. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah! That's right!
there are different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Nilu's definitely won this point, right? You're right. Stay focused, Nilu.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience and their patronage as your source of income. Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool, Nilu!
Right. I need to keep calm, but he... Just a little more. Zubair Theater isn't just a performance venue to us. The most important thing about... No. Everyone is... Mr. Zub... No. Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more than that. It's been our home for a long time. Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore, but she has found a stable career and a new life at the theater. Her son, Sorin, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest member. Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He decided to stay at the theater to watch us grow. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on, and they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us. And she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them. For every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary. When scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if we were all kin. However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is simple. We are scholars, and there are new projects that await our attention.
He really doesn't think much of relationships. Paimon also thinks he did a lot of prep. He's been solid as a rock.
Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilou spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia. The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize.
Oh no! What should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction! A setup? So Nilou's got him?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument could decide this debate. But is this really the best thing to do? It might be too cruel to Inaya. Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because of her painful past. She already agreed to this. She wants to win, no matter what. Me too. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue. Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore. Right?
Inaya...
Sorry, Nilou. As expected, I should be the one to say it. If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father and daughter.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution.
Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilou will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand why we come together for the sake of relationships.
Yeah, don't look down on us.
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair Theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Order! Order! Members of the audience, do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father, I have some final words to say. I've been doing some soul-searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my personal rebellion against you. I kept trying to earn your approval, but I only disappointed you over and over. The truth is, I ran away from home as a means to vent my recurring frustrations. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you, and hoping you'd give up on your lofty expectations. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Zubair Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand with my friends here and fight against you.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway.
You already consider them to be your friends.
You should be asking us that question.
Of course we are! Miss Inaya is a really good friend.
It was a bit of a process, but we won her over.
Make no mistake. All those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity. However, it is surprisingly a relief.
Wait, what are you... never mind.
They left? Does that mean we've won?
We won?
Nilu, you're amazing!
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart.
Terrific work, Nilu and Anaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you two.
This really took a lot out of me, though. I don't ever want to do this again.
Both Miss Nilu and Miss Inaya were so cool!
Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
Oh, it's you. Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I think back on everything, the more surreal it all feels. I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time. Yes, and it's all thanks to you. I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher who Mr. Zubair had mentioned. Mr. Zubair opened his theater when I was still a child. There was a beautiful dancer, and from the moment I saw her, I couldn't look away. I thought to myself, the gods must have blessed her with such talent. But later on, she would actually smile down at me and say, just the opposite, in fact. Yeah. She said, dance is an art born from toil. It isn't a gift from the gods, but a creation by our own hands. It is a beautiful thing born from our life experiences. Whenever there is joy or something to be celebrated, people will dance. In other words, any place where people can effortlessly begin a dance will for sure be filled with the blessings of everyone's happiness. She wasn't looking for flowers and applause. All she wanted was to see her audience smile. Right. The same as what Mr. Kasani believes. I was completely moved by what she had said, so I started taking dance lessons from her. And later on, I began to dance here in her stead. Before she retired, she told me, "For as long as you live, never forget what dance means to others. This is why Mr. Zubair and I never intended to listen to the academia. Even though it ended up causing everyone a whole... Although, I do have a small regret. Yeah, even though she has already decided to stop fighting with her father, they never managed to have a real conversation. Before he left, Mr. Sharif looked like he probably has a lot of things he wants to say. Yeah, you and Paimon are more than welcome. Who knows? Next time, you might see Inaya on the stage.
Are you still worried about Inaya? Let's be sure to come back often. Who knows? Maybe things will have worked out for her.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member.
Hello, everyone.
She'll be dancing for us from now on. So
Inaya's taken her place on the stage! When you stop and think about it, have Nilu's efforts, everyone's wisdom, Inaya's determined... Huh? What do you mean by that? The whole demolition thing was... If he really wanted to be rude... Oh well. It's not like we can understand how people like him think. Huh? Wait. Look who the cat dragged in! Isn't that Inaya's father?
Oh, it's you two. I don't have much to do today, so I...
Are you looking...
No, I am simply here to watch a performance. There is no need to trouble her. Well, I was, for my loss at the debate caused quite the loss of face for the academia, so there was a period of unrest. I used this opportunity to suggest that my superiors temporarily suspend me from duty. Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for even longer.
Suspended from duty?
Yes, I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to... I admit that I do not understand the magic. I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. Inaya would almost certainly mature in the presence of such a person. There are no parents who do not worry about their children. I suppose she managed to hit a weak spot of mine. Never mind. I do not have the right to say that.
You're already here, so you might as well go...
No, that is not... Do not tell her that I was here.
Come on. Who knows if you'll get a chance like this again? But...
Huh?
You said you were going to make peace with your past. Show your father how much you've grown. Don't be nervous. Everyone at Zubair Theater has your back. Hey, let's go somewhere else. We should give them some space.
You sure they'll be okay?
I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them.
Yes, Inaya. I have something for you. I'm still learning. It's hardly a masterpiece, but it's yours, if you'll take it. You don't have to take it. It's fine. Never mind.
Let's have a heart-to-heart, Father.
Like father, like daughter. They're both so awkward with their feelings.
Yeah. She probably would have snuck away as well if I didn't drag her back.
Do you think they'll be able to...
I'm not sure. All those years of argument, but no matter where their hearts and bodies may be, all I wish for them is to be able to one day tap into... Oh, by the way, everyone's real, so we made you a little something.
Isn't this Zubair? Whoa! This is
We've also never made it. Mr. Zubair and Mr. Kasani took Miss Reykar and Miss Nadja as adventurers. You two will doubtless. That's why we hope that your time at Zubair Theater will become a fond memory of your journey.
We'll come back and watch you dance whenever we get the chance.
You're welcome. Come on, take it.
Need a surfboard?
Grant us your blessing. Yield.
Get back! Woohoo!
Be on your guard, Traveler. Now is no time.
Oh, why's that?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active Ruin Guard presence in the... Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from.
So did somebody...
As I say, Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until... In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to...
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but... it just wouldn't be worth the risk.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
Is that so? Well, if you're genuinely offering... I did see some Ruin Guard footprints on the hillside, but since then I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting. We'll take the case.
While the Millelith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. On behalf of the Millelith, I salute you, traveler. You have my gratitude. I will rendezvous with you once I have finished my patrol.
This footprint is huge! It has to be the one that guy was talking. And here's another one. Yep. Seems the Ruin Guards did. The trail of Ruin Guard footprints leads us here to... Ah! A Ruin Guard! Over there!
Strike a pose!
Final warning!
Delves into depth.
Leave the wounded to me. Engaging.
Annihilate. Power.
Shadows of fate.
Mine to wield.
You had your...
The ship. Mine to wield. Written in the stars.
Providing cover fire. Let's keep going, team.
Let the world collide!
Extinguished. Mine to wield.
Final warning.
Power.
Engaging.
May I delve into destiny? Mine to wield. Let me scribe. Fate is upon you.
Final warning.
Annihilate. Power.
Neutralizing threats. Leave the wounded to me.
Delve into destiny. Mine to wield.
Time to shine!
Engaging.
hard work is paying off, as it should.
What is he wearing? I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one? You bet! Mr. Cyclopses are crazy! Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute! Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the... Right now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from? Must be a pretty new... Yeah, Paimon is not...
Greetings! Have you found anything? Oh. A child?
We just, you know...
You shouldn't be out here, boy.
Killing machines? You mean, ones that look like this?
Precisely. And...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops isn't... We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's...
I'm just trying to help. I've always been hopeless at...
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do...
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again. My name's Tusser. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my brother in Liyue. But I'm all on my own, and I don't know where to find him. You came all the way from Snezhnaya? Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. Here you go. What is it? Looks heavy. What the... My brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice person to give this to, and then... Your brother makes a good point. Your family must be super rich. Yay! Thanks, nice guy. All right. Now, you make a pinky promise. You keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you... Wow! That one nursery rhyme kind... Well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother? Great idea. All right. Finally, now I get...
All things come to an end. Even time itself. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? Nice. I like the rain. However fearsome the lightning may be, its wrath is limited to the realm beneath the clouds. The high heavens above remain clear. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going?
I liked it.
All things come to an end, even time itself. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. Where do we come from? And where are we going? All things come to an end, even time itself. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. Where do we come from? And where are we going? The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. Where do we come from? And where are we going? All things come to an end, even time itself. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. The Abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going? All things come to an end, even time itself.
What's up, bruh?
What's up there, Nicholas?
Still playing Genshin, that's what's up. Oh shit, I'm about to get my character I got swept in. Oh, so that means it's a guaranteed. Say less. That means I have to do one single summon and I'll be able to get it. Possibly. Zach, we need to give T-Dog some pussy.
Well,
but he wants to wait till marriage. But I say, fuck that shit.
Malcolm pushy.
We'll get his ass drunk and put him in a room for girls and see how that goes.
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt.
I'm just kidding.
It'll be
We're not gonna do that.
Huh? What is he doing here? Yay, my brother! I
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little bro...
Just
What a nice
friggin-
surprise, Tooser. I thought... How are the others? Sister Tonia and Brother Anthon?
A whole room with
miss you a
strippers.
lot. Tonya prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a second.
Oh.
What are you doing here in Liyue, Tooser? How...
Well, what happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys. And then, when I got off, I just kept walking and Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you. Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking Toozer's money.
Tooser, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so happy to see you, really, I am, but please, promise...
Okay, I promise. Please.
I'm not mad at you. I just care. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you, Tooser.
Yep, I always remember my pleas. Oh, so you did notice we were here.
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it personally. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think? Come on, you know I'm just a pawn and all that. Just doing my part.
Hola,
As for who
¿cómo
wins,
estás?
who loses, I'm much more...
Welcome to Mexico.
You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia,
Got
spend
tacos,
every
tortillas,
second
nachos?
getting stronger.
Doritos Locos?
Maybe not right now. Not while my...
Why do you want to fight the nice guy? Are you guys
We got the Mexican cartel.
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His
Did you?
safety
But
matters
what?
very much to me.
So anyway, Paimon has a question.
Oh.
Tooser said something
Wait,
about
how the
you
fuck
being
did you
a
do
toy
that?
seller. What's that all about?
Yes, about that.
Holy shit.
Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatuis, or should I say Snej. The older ones already know that I serve the Tsaritsa. But Tooser is still so young, and in as I was saying, I remain Snej.
That's right. My brother's the greatest.
Just humor me in front of Tooser, if you would be... Ah, yes, Ekaterina. I will deal...
Hey, slinking off.
But Master Child...
A bet is a bet, isn't it?
Are you going off to sell?
That's right. As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Tooser, duty
selling
calls.
toys.
I'm sure...
So we still need... Sure, I really like this guy. And anyway...
Ah, well, it sounds like Tooser really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tooser's entertainment fund. I want him to have a good time. If need be, you may find me by the river near Ching...
Son of a bitch.
Looks like we'll... So, where are we going to play?
I know, you were gonna post a tutorial how to do it, weren't you?
In Jedi Survivor, so without further ado, let's jump.
Huh? What are those super colorful winged things? They're called kites. The kids...
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very long way.
That's right. How do you play with these kite things, Gran?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string and whoosh, the kite will fly into the air, up, up, and away.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you have any Mr. Cyclops ones?
Mr. Cyclops.
I want to fly Mr. Cyclops high into the sky.
Well, I can do custom build.
Will this picture do? I drew it myself.
I'll manage.
We should be fine. Child was, but then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is, you know... So, yes, technically speaking, these... Either way, it's time to talk price.
This price is fair. Well...
Thanks, Granny.
Worry not.
Okay.
For our next stop, why don't we head to One-Man Restaurant? It would be a mighty crying shame to come all the way to Lila and never try the food.
What?
Hello, welcome. Table for 3?
This restaurant has a really
A choking smell? You must be referring to our sick...
spicy chili, but
Oh, what a pity.
I don't think so,
Person who
because I wasn't
can eat
able to.
Is it really that bad? My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar. Wow, we've got a real rich... Looks like One-Man Restaurant's dishes aren't to Tooser's taste.
So I've been live streaming and
Will that
making
be
videos
all?
all the time.
Any
I
more?
haven't got-
What do you mean?
Haha, giving the people what they... If I thought for 1 second that I couldn't make a dish to sell...
Whoa, there seems to be a lot of... Then we'll leave it to you, Chef, now. Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests are going to... Of course, we aren't going to demand prices anywhere near as exorbitant as the likes of Leoli Pavilion, or...
Is it just Paimon? Or our... Still... Surely there must be a little room for negotiation, right?
Ah, you folks. Let's go with this then. Any more haggling and we'll ruin the other customers' appetites.
Please sit wherever you like. Your food will be here shortly.
I thought it was just... But this doesn't feel right somehow. Didn't we bring Tooser here to try Lila's special? Whatever. So where do you want to go next, Tooser? I was so caught up looking for my brother when I first got here that I didn't get a good look around. Good idea. The hustle and bustle at the wharf is a specialty of Lila Harbor, too.
What the fuck? You can play every... Oh, holy shit.
Wow. I think I may have... Lila's really got a lot
What the fuck?
Wow, this place is... Are the waves here always like this? Don't they ever... Given Lila's climate, Paimon is kind of a traveler's exclusive... This place is Lila's commercial hub, and it's been the biggest port in the 7 nations ever since it was decided that Lila would take on the world through trade. Other than merchant vessels, many
everything.
fishing boats and industrial transports dock here
Just
to
about.
replenish their...
Pretty much, you can download just
fishery
about
supplies
everything.
and daily necessities, which, thanks to the immense... yeah, Paimon... Well, guess Paimon will just have to explain this Paimon stuff. All the nations float their boats over the sea into the... Then, Liyue Harbor rubs its big round belly in satisfaction because it's all stuffed full of delicious mora. Hey, what's that big metal hook over there? I want to see. Wait, Tooser, don't run off. After all that,
Yeah, because it's Paimon.
That metal hook is huge, and it gets this as an anchor. Docked ships use...
What?
Anchor. Got it. But I think I might get it mixed up with Commodore Hook. Commodore Hook? Is this another... My brother always sends me a really big toy for my Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard. Yeah, and that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame. Wow, using Fatui funds for personal gain?
Oh, you weren't joking. You got.
Naya would let
Oh,
do that.
okay.
All for some
I
giant
see you.
toys. But suddenly, it doesn't seem so strange that But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops.
The new 2Ks are the easiest one
Here to see my brother.
to play.
The other big
The
thing
old
I
ones are
wanted to do
harder.
was play with Mr. Cyclops. Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look. Hey! Quick! Running up! Is this where they sell fish? Wow.
Hey, whose fish are you calling small?
He's just a curious kid. No, that said, these fish are actually pretty big by Paimon. Maybe 200 times your size? There are legends in my hometown about it. It's supposed to be a super delicious fish. I told my brother about it, and he went out to sea to catch one. A few days later, he returned with a humongous fish slung over his shoulder. Anton and I were so happy. Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan.
A lot of things piss.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, let's go over there to
A lot
see
of games piss off you, dog. Especially Fortnite when he died to fall damage. It was a great time that day. Me and Zach laughed our asses off when he died to fall damage. But besides the point,
You don't seem so happy.
he was pretty mad
I miss
that
my
day.
brother. What? But we were just with him. Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. I don't want to play anymore. Well, we've played with Tooser long enough, haven't we? Paimon the child said that he'd be by the river near... Yay! Let's go,
I remember when I used to call Lester the molester. Which I wouldn't be surprised if Lester was actually a molester. Huh, imagine selling the hentai game on PlayStation Store. Exactly. Exactly.
Found him! There's Child! Wait, he's talking to the treasure hoarders?
You know what I'm here for.
Oh, you got lip. If you want to join up, let me just say...
What a... Well, in the Tsaritsa's name, I suppose I should forgive you country bumpkins for your ignorance.
Brother! You're selling them toys, aren't you, brother?
Well, why, yes, of course. For the greatest toy salesman in Schnee.
So cool.
Huh?
You playing games pretty...
So, will you buy or not? Toy!
Wow.
Look at that! Spreading joy and laughter.
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months prior.
Yeah, no. Sorry, sales boy. The same joke isn't funny twice. Or were you always cruising for a
All right then. I'll make things a little easier for you. I'll join... Well then, what a...
Truth be told, if you think you're up to...
An initiation test, eh?
The loot's on the opposite cliff.
Huh, no problem.
But...
A treasure, but...
Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do? Pretty...
Brother, what do we do?
Please, hold on a moment, sir. He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted to
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted to fight.
Guys, do you think we're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely, he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless... maybe...
Snezhnaya, 3 months, 600,000. I remember that the boss took out a 600,000 more alone from that...
So this guy must be the debt collector.
And that's where you're still green. See, in a lot of professions like this...
Makes sense. Owing money is pretty...
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional.
So, Mr. Salesman.
Oh? I didn't pass? I must say...
No, it's not that. What we mean... But we fully understand the situation with the...
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Yes.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are...
Ah, Master Child, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down. Can't you see I'm entertaining?
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland has dispatched a new batch of...
do I have to? Now is...
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Child, but they are all... Every new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will. At present, Master Child, you are the only harbinger in Liyue.
Well, all right then, I'll go. Just give me a moment.
Do you have to keep...
Yes, Tusser. We have a group of new toy sellers fresh and...
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too.
I'm afraid you're still too young, Tusser. I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow. Why don't you go play with the Traveler instead? Sound good? Please, I'll compensate.
But...
I really do have to go now, Tusser. I'll see you around, all right?
Child really dotes on his brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't done himself any... To think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side. Paimon wonders too. But wait! Where's Tusser? We were too big... Either way, let's head over there for...
Son of a bitch.
Don't die.
God, what the... God, we're on the wrong fucking pipe.
Don't choke on it. Coronavirus?
Yes, Nick. And then I got the...
Okay. Anyway.
Tusser, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
God damn it.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty that you shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north. As strong as Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, and for the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... Like kites, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops.
Kites are...
This is, of course, an analogy. So as your sales manager here in Liyue, a refusal shall be considered a betrayal. And the price for
Whoa, that's really strict. Won't people be really sad if they get...
Seeking to please everyone pleases no one at all. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us better.
Hands-on training?
After all,
Hey, did... A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally?
I can't believe it. A recruit...
Am I hearing a hint of object?
Not at all, sir!
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you lot!
You'll get frostbite.
Send this quickly! I will end you.
No time to lose.
Freshness preserved.
Amateur mistake.
God damn it.
Let's end this quickly.
God damn it.
Time to shine.
Let's not waste time.
That is bullshit.
My reckoning has come.
Almost.
No! Someone else. That's too...
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
Toother, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck what speech your
From
brother
this
is
day
giving.
forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. You shall sweep through trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like kites, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops.
Kites are really...
This is, of course, an analogy. So as your sales manager here, a refusal shall be considered a betrayal. And the price for betrayal...
Whoa, that's really strict.
Seeking to please everyone pleases no one at all. Time to try something else. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us.
Hands-on training?
After all,
Hey, did... A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally? Well, what an honor.
I can't believe it. A recruit's like...
Am I hearing a hint of objection to this?
Not at all, sir!
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you lot.
Frozen. Crisp.
No time.
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion
Oh my god.
Send this quickly.
May I present?
This isn't good.
Solidify!
Bullshit.
Gather!
Detoxifying heat! Feels clogged! Chill to the bone! Let's move. Frozen descent! Have a load of this! Shouldn't get careless.
No time to lose.
Let's move.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
This is order.
Let lightning echo in song!
Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
Chill to the bone.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
The show begins! Ah.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Disgusting.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Torn to oblivion.
You can't run. Well, looks like I
Let the world come alive!
detoxifying heat.
Yeah.
There's no time for a break. Well done.
But unfortunately, shouldn't let your guard down.
This should be fun.
What's he trying to do?
He's trying to put a thing in your ass.
Not breaking a sweat. My duty.
Well then, do you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And you all, in other words, you've done well.
Thank you, Lord Harbinger.
All right, hush now. Now then, I wish you dismissed.
Brother! You were amazing!
Oh, Tooser, what in the world are you doing here? There I was thinking that the Traveler had taken you to—
Yikes, that's some terrible acting.
I told you, didn't I? I'm not the man I was when we first met. By that, I assume you mean that it puts a great strain on my body. I still haven't fully recovered from the injuries I suffered when I used it at the Golden House. Anyway, I'm no Senora. I don't use lethal force against recruits. Come on.
The Foul Legacy transformation? I want to learn to fight too. I want to be cool like you.
Now, Tooser, fighting isn't about looking cool. You can only continue to get strong. I can teach you, but think carefully first.
I want to protect—
That's a good answer, Tooser. When I return to Snezhnaya, I will start teaching you fighting techniques. Then you'll have to protect Tonya for me.
Leave it. You know, Tooser's a good kid when he's not being so stubborn.
You've had a nice long time here in Liyue, haven't you, Tooser?
But you've been so busy, and we didn't get any time to play together.
Tooser, you know I'm very busy at work. And hasn't it been fun traveling all over the place with a proper traveler?
He's just worried he won't be able to keep up.
Well, how about this? If you just do one little thing for—
Oh dear, who taught this little devil to bargain? All right, what'll it be?
Take me to visit the Institute of Toy Research!
Do you think he means that ruin that the Millilith was talking about? The one where all the ruin guards were coming from?
Done deal. After all, you've come all as your brother. It's only right for me to grant you—
Exactly!
Are you you sure this is a good idea? You
should come along too,
Traveler. This time?
Let me think. Ah, yes. The Institute of Toy Research is not far at all from Lingju Pass. Now, Traveler, you're not the sort of person who would...
The brothers are ganging up on us again.
Oh, that's fucked up. That is so fucked up. Oh, so cool. Killing people with Mark IIs. So he's a pussy? He won't be able to win. There's so much corn. Right, Adrian?
Here we are. Welcome to Liyue's Institute of...
I said there's so much corn.
I can already... What is this place? And how...
Based on my limited understanding, I believe this is one... Dottore is another one of the Fatui Harbingers. He loves tinkering with old things. It's a personal passion of his. So, he converted these ruins into a Ruin Guard research lab.
Huh? So the ruin guards are built by the Fatui...
No, they have much closer connections to the Abyss. So, strictly speaking, they're as much our enemies as anyone else's. We just do research, nothing more. As to why the Ruin Guards have been moving outside of this area recently, I can only imagine that he's gotten bored of playing around with them and has lost interest in this place.
Wow, yet another Harbinger with a bad attitude. But at least this explains why you were totally okay with bringing Tooser here.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. I actually have no idea.
Wait, so are you or...
Of course I am. But no matter what the danger is, I will parry it. Isn't that what... Even Tooser understands that, now that he knows what he's fighting.
What are you guys chatting about? Come on.
Alright.
Alright, let's follow the orange hair bastard.
Brother? Someone was saying that Mr. Cyclops...
Were they now? What a silly thing for them to say. And you shouldn't go...
Yeah, I knew that they were lying anyways. Mr. Cyclops is here to defeat...
Right. With Mr. Cyclops around?
That's right. Okay, I'm going to go play with Mr. Cyclops now.
Hey, Tooser, wait up!
The door's shut. Will Tooser be alright?
There's another path over there. No time to lose.
Oh, I fucked up. For real?
You're mine.
Uh-huh. Sure, we'll go with that.
Oh, the door opened! Was that you?
That's right. But give me a moment over here, Tooser. I need to make sure... Maybe I shouldn't have spoiled him quite so much. I could get used to this. Yeah.
Oh, so cool. So cool. He's a nigga.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Wait, am I wrong? Okay, answer me this then. There's his character Black. Oh, so he's a wigger. He's a wigger. Oh. So he's a
cube in front of you?
He's a migger.
Yay! Do I really get help?
You bet. Now I'll count down from 3, and then we touch it together. Ready?
That's bright. What is that?
It's a witch ray that will turn you into a little lamb if it hits you. So stay out of its way.
That's scary.
Oh shit, my ass got distracted that this happened. What? What am I supposed to do?
No time to lose.